Hello everyone, my name is Sagar and I hope you are doing well. In this video, we'll see how we can add knowledge in Copilot Studio. So the first question that will arise is, what is knowledge? So knowledge is something by which you will get some kind of answers. This is a very simple and practical definition. Okay, now let me prove this particular statement. So if you'll open your agent, here you will get a section named as knowledge. Okay, so see, currently your Copilot is nothing. It simply use some kind of AI model. It could be GPT. You can use all these models, and if you are like in your latest version, or like depending upon when you are creating your agent, these options may get plus and minus. All right, and here if you see currently I have disabled this web search. Okay, you can learn more about this particular feature. But ultimately, this agent is nothing. It's a kind of ChatGPT only, or Copilot only, or Gemini, right? Now, often we'll need to add certain information like our own custom knowledge to our Copilot so that it simply will return data from that particular source. Okay, so first of all, let me ask a simple question to my this Copilot Studio. Okay, let me say, what is current urban population of India? And let's see what it provides. Okay, so basically it will provide you a rough data. It will simply Google it, or like will simply search over the internet. Okay, and now let me open any website. So I open this particular website like World Meters Info, World Population, this particular one. And here if you see, currently India have the urban population of 37.1. But whereas you know this agent is giving the data from 2024, and it is giving a rough estimate, but whereas this data is 2025 data. Now what I will do, I will simply reference this particular website. Just give me one second guys here. And I will simply I will copy this particular data, this website. I will go to my knowledge, and here I will click on this add knowledge, and here I have the option to use public website. I can click here. I can add my this website. I will simply add, and let me add to agent. Okay. Now what I'm doing, if I will ask the same question, now what I'm saying that instead of searching it from web, okay, and providing a random answer, please specifically see this particular website. But I will also need to give some good name and description to my this knowledge. Then only it will able to recognize it, right? So here what I can do, I can remove this. I can say this is world population data by country. Okay, so I will give some meaningful name. You can give any, and let me try to save. I think there's a limitation of description. Okay, it's working fine. Okay, now what I will do, I will ask the same question, and I will copy this, and let me ask the same question. Alright, it is again giving the same answer. So what I will do, I will say test in a new session, and now let me ask the same question again. Alright, here if you see, it is giving me accurate answer because I was into old session, so my session was not able to recognize my knowledge source at that time. So here if you see, we are getting 37.1. So if I'll go to this particular website, it is not in 37.1 for India. Alright, now this is one of the basic example. you know Similarly, you can reference any particular website. See, there are hundreds of articles available for every topic, every information, but only one could be the actual source of truth. So for example, the Microsoft documentation, if you're learning a Microsoft technology, and Microsoft documentation will be most accurate, right, and will be most up to date. In reality, even it is not, or not, it's not an issue, but even like we can completely rely on Microsoft documentation. So similarly, you can give any documentation, okay, like, so when you are building your actual this agent or chatbot, so you can reference your website as source of truth. And now let me go to knowledge again. Okay, so now here, this time what I will do, let me go to my downloads, and I have simply like downloaded a sample data. You can say a sample document. So this is a document, nothing special. Here if you see, it is simply providing the sales order summary. Okay, here are the product, the monthly breakdown of revenues, number of orders, blah blah, all this information is available. And now for example, now what I want, my this Copilot Studio or my chatbot, it should go through this document, and it should tell me the accurate answer. So for example, if I search what is my revenue in April month, then it should give me this this 100,000, right? So for that, what I need to do, I can click on this add knowledge. Okay, and here you have a lot of options. You can use OneDrive, SharePoint, blah blah, all this information. But for now, this Word document is locally available here, so I can simply upload this particular document, and I can say add to agent. For now, I have already done it, because it really takes some time. So when you will do upload, so you may need to wait for some time. Okay, so I've already done it. Now let's test it out. So I will say, what is my revenue of my sales orders for April month? Okay, let me wait for the answer. So here if you see, it is giving us the exact answer, and there are 45 orders as well. So if I will go to my Word document, so there are 45 orders for the April month, right? And here also, now one more beautiful thing that I want to focus here is, you can see the reference. We are also getting the reference from where exactly we are getting this data. Similarly, in my previous question I have asked, so it is also giving me the reference, like from where it is fetching this particular data. So this is how you can add, especially your websites, or even your Word document, and etc etc. And now one of the most beautiful use case of this Word document is, so let's say you are building a some kind of chatbot for your company leave system. Okay, so every company have a certain document where they make their policy, and they tell that, like, this much amount of sick leaves, or maybe the paid time off, or maybe the casual leave, right? All this information are available in this document. So we can reference that particular document to our knowledge, and then when the users, when the end users, like basically the employee, will ask question to chatbot, okay, like how many leaves are allocated to me, and like how many casual leaves are there. So Copilot will simply search that particular document policy, and it will retrieve the answer to my employees. And this also reduces a lot of dependency. For example, you don't need to raise a ticket for such a smaller thing, like, okay, how many casual leaves we have, right? So this is just a small example, but it can be leveraged at many areas. Okay, now let me again go one more time to my this add knowledge. And here basically you should go through this particular documentation. Click on learn more. So here is the documentation, like you can learn all this information here. Okay, like, so this is the limit right here. You can upload 4 SharePoint URL, 4 public URL, right? So all these are limitation as well. Okay, so you can use this enable, okay, if you want to rely on that. Here also, like, if your knowledge should also use AI, so you can go through this particular documentation to learn more about how you can leverage knowledge into your Copilot Studio. Thanks for watching this video.